What's going on, everybody? This is Gene here with iSpeedToLead.com. I'm super pumped because I haven't been live in a little bit. Okay, so gotta get the groove back, and it's good to see you. What's going on? It's been a crazy couple of months at iSpeedToLead. We've got more leads than we've ever had, pumping, generating more leads than we've ever had, selling more leads than we've ever had. Had a record week last week in sales. Pretty freaking awesome. Trying to hit our target by the end of the year. Trying to just kill it. The team's grown to like over 20 people, I mean 25 people at this point. So things are going very well. And I'm about to send a little linkity link to our audience. That way, y'all can join in. We've got some folks joining in already. That's awesome. The purpose of this thing today is, so our sales team was like, Gene, there's like hundreds of contracts closed on iSpeedToLead. Can we get some testimonials, please? So I'm like, dude, let's do it. So I was like, hey, let's jump on a live, and if somebody has closed a deal on iSpeedToLead on one of our leads, jump on and talk about it, tell the audience about it, and we'll give you either a free lead, whatever lead you want, or we'll give you $250 in your balance. What's going on, Quentin? How you doing, man? Great to see you. So that's the game plan. If Quentin wants to jump on, that would be super cool. Because support your boy. I ain't been live in forever. Our team is in Ukraine, and so I was living in Ukraine too with my family, with my wife, with our daughter, and we had to move because of what's going on there, right? And so got a place in Italy. We're living in Italy now. Like, yeah, I even know 20 Italian words that get me around pretty well, right? So that's been pretty cool. Now, once again, the purpose of today is to jump on and talk to some people that have closed deals on iSpeedToLead and see what your experience has been like, see what you can recommend to other people on the platform, because there's there's 3,300 and something people that have bought leads already, and a ton of just a freaking gazillion contracts that's been closed now. By the way, if you got any question about the platform, about anything like that, post them in the comments. I will answer it. James White, yes, I can see your message. Absolutely. Quentin, great to see you. Super cool to see you guys. Just give me a second here. I'm gonna send the link to the live stream to our okay. Dude, David, let's do it. Let's jump on, man. Let me send you a linkity link in the comments here. Okay. And let me see, how do I even do that here on StreamYard comments? How can I post a comment? Can I post a comment? Let me post a comment here on YouTube with the link to the StreamYard. Okay. So there we go. I'm doing this from my phone because my Mac is acting up. I started acting up in the evening. I was like, man, my odds are stacked against me. My Mac's acting up until morning, until I get it to the shop or go grab a new Mac. odds are stacked against me. That means I gotta go live from my phone. I can't. I had the idea to go live. I'm gonna do it. I'm doing it. So hell freaking yes. Alrighty. So David was first. We got some other people here in the queue. Alrighty, let's do it. So, all right, let's go. Mr. Connor, what's going on, man?
What's up, man?
Can you
This is
can,
awesome.
can you hear me? Can you see me well?
Yeah, dude, I can. Can you see me? Let me see if I can
I can
kind of.
kind of see you, but you're kind of dark as hell.
Yeah, I'm mysterious. You know what I mean? Yeah,
Nice.
I applied for your JV thing, but I haven't heard back on that. So hopefully this will boost it or something.
Oh, dude, there we go. Yeah, Riley is gonna be calling. There's like, oh man, there's like 50 something of these applications. But so he's gonna, yeah, we'll be reaching out. We'll be reaching out soon, man.
Oh, will
Have you
you
grabbed?
actually?
Oh
Hold
no,
on, let me see if I can get a seat or something. Hold on.
you're good, man. Don't worry about it. I'm
Appreciate it.
I didn't shave for a week. I'm not
Oh no, I don't care. That's why I like wholesaling because I don't have to like show up with the clipboard on time or anything like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
You
yeah,
just do
man.
whatever I want in my sweatpants.
Where are
So
you from,
anyway,
man?
I'm from originally Vermont, but I'm in Massachusetts at the moment.
Oh, dude,
Uh,
I'm from Keene, New Hampshire, man. That's
oh
crazy.
no way, really? Where's
Yeah,
is that middle of middle of New Hampshire? Where's that near?
it's southwestern New Hampshire.
So near like Nashua, kind of.
It's dude, yeah, it's like 1 hour from Nashville.
I thought you said you were from Ukraine.
No. So that's the crazy story, right? So I mean,
Tell us.
I was born. Can you still hear me, by the way? Well,
Yeah, I can. Yeah, yeah.
and you can see me.
No,
Oh, okay. So let me
you just
just.
gotta look at my face.
Got it. I'm just sending this real quick message to the platform. Um, so other people can jump on. But yeah, that's the crazy stories. Like I've been living in US since I was like 14 years old, but then I moved maybe 3 years ago. I moved to Ukraine because I had a big team there.
Uh-huh.
Um, well, actually, I had a small team in Ukraine, but I moved there because I met my wife there. And
Nice.
after we had a baby, and like our baby was a few months old,
Congrats.
and thank you, man. And this freaking war started, right? And I mean, I like Ukraine. I like traveling. I was kind of, I was kind of bored in Boston for the last few years that I was living there. And
Hmm.
so we just freaking moved
Where
to
you at? Where
Ukraine.
were you at in Boston?
Where in Boston, you say?
Yeah.
Dude, like a few places. I lived in Medford. I lived in
Yeah.
JP.
Okay.
I had a place like right next to Fenway where the Boston Beer Works
Yeah, yeah,
is.
yeah.
That was probably the coolest place that I was at
Yeah, it's a cool spot.
in Boston. In Cambridge, I lived in a couple spots. I was all over the map. I had some Airbnbs that I was doing in Boston. It was like it was cool. My first business was out of Boston. I was doing I had a drone video business. I was like one of the first people in the country to get a license. So we were doing like listing videos with drones.
Oh, nice.
Um, and but yeah, like I just moved from Boston because it was like whatever, man. Let's go explore. And
Yeah,
then
Boston's big enough to feel like you're in a city, but it's not big enough to feel like it's like a happening city.
yeah, man. I totally agree. It's definitely that's definitely it, dude. Monty Roberts used to work for Keenan H, largest employer back in the mid '80s. Monty, let me guess what that was. Was that Kingsbury or what? Because my one of my professors, my HR professor in at the college I was going to, he used to work at Kingsbury. That was it, dude. So how are you wholesaling? What's going on with you, man?
Oh, me?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So I just got into the wholesaling. Basically, I started out as a leasing agent in Boston, and I was blessed with not having a car. So everyone doubted me. I'm like an animal. So I just went hard. And I think my first 2 months, I closed 30 deals sight unseen in 60 days.
Dude,
Yeah.
what? Wait, in
Yeah.
wholesaling?
And, no, that was leasing.
Oh,
So I
leasing.
didn't know what wholesaling
Okay.
was. And then I left. Some crazy stuff happened, which I can make a movie out of. And then I got back into real estate as an agent again, was doing the whole like, and I was like, screw this, man. Like, I don't like feeling like I'm a server. You know what I mean? I'm not here to serve you.
Yeah.
So I got into the wholesaling and started out with the texting. It's good. It works, but like it's not the inbound lead generation. You know what I mean? Like getting a phone call or getting people that are like really like, I need to sell my home right now. It's a total different ball game, which is why I love
Yeah.
Lead. You can pay me for an advertising fee if you'd like later. Also,
Dude, get the affiliate thing, man. Get some people on it. There's people making
I didn't
money.
know that was a thing. I was just joking, but my boy Najir, he said that he linked with you at one point. He was mentioning you, and he was the one that put me on to iSpeedToLead. Started out with the clearance leads. I learned like, okay, don't buy these, and I got the first couple calls I got. I called someone, just closed a JV deal with them, and now I have another deal that I'm doing with them. I also have another 10,000 acres that I'm trying to do with them. So it
Nice.
literally it was just like a
So
beautiful.
it was a good door.
Oh my God. It was like I don't know if you ever seen those interviews with Kanye West where he's like, I fell through the trap door. It was like that, where you just like fall in and it's like Charlie's Chocolate Factory,
Dude, nice. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah. So
That's amazing.
yeah. So now I'm just getting that money and trying to, I mean, you guys like, yeah, you blow my phone up a lot. I'm not going to lie, but like, yeah, like,
Get the app, man. I don't. That's
yeah.
such a
Oh, I
problem. You
have
have
the
no
app.
idea. It's like a.
Dude, it's great. Look, I'm not trying to like, you know, butter you up or anything, because that's not my style. That's why I'm not an agent anymore. But like, I think people should realize that if you do the clearance leads and you just get one deal where you make a couple grand, you get that and you start reinvesting it, and then you get the like, hey, pay $4,500 for $6,000 worth of credit, and then you just keep reinvesting. And then my thing is, I want to transfer that into the PPC with you guys. And it's like, if you really know how to play your cards right and you get those notifications, it's like first buyer hold and all of that stuff. It's
Mm.
it's golden. And if you're an agent in that state, then even better, because you can turn it into a listing and make money no matter what.
Dude, that's awesome. I'm super thankful to you that you're mentioning these little like tricks and hacks because like
Facts.
yeah, an intelligent person always finds like the shortest path to success. Like use your senses, and there are all these different hacks. Like, dude, we had people back in the day. We used to do this like $1 clearance when we were just like starting. We were like, it was like $1. This dude closed the 50,000 profit deal in Maine off of a freaking $5 lead. We don't do $5 leads anymore, but like,
Well, I've
still.
tried. I've waited for those. Dude, like, if you just have your phone on and you look for like, I did the take 200 the last week,
Nice.
$200 off each, where I was
Yeah.
like, word, like, let's go, let's get paid. And
Nice.
then the clearance 20 every Sunday. I try to like, sometimes I'll get a refund and I'm like, all right, let me just throw that money back in and just keep circulating it. Cause like with the texting, you gotta sit there and really like, like stare at the screen.
Yeah. Well,
With this is just like a quick.
it's crazy. Like we created a team that's doing texting too now. So there's literally like a team that does texting. So we have. You may have noticed that there's some leads. It's not a big volume, but there are some leads that will say like the lead source is like SMS marketing, and we've got like a manager and we've got VAs. We've downloading fucking crazy amount of lists. We got the skip tracing. We got like the whole department basically for texting. Because I'm like, you know what? There's a bunch of people that don't want to do it. They still want the texting leads,
Terrible, yeah.
but they just don't want to do it. Like it's a
No.
lot of freaking ciphering and the data and stuff. And like PropStream won't let us have more than 100K records per month, and we're already capped out.
Oh,
And like,
really?
yeah, and it's just like there's just so
Well,
many
that's
like
when you gotta get. That's when you gotta get Ukrainian hackers to kind of like work around things.
dude, we're actually it's crazy. We're thinking about doing like an open source thing where a bunch of people can like upload their data that they already got.
So like
So we're
investor lift for data.
Dude, kinda. Yeah, man. It's like we're seriously considering it. There's some legal stuff, but I think we found a way around it. Because we love I love prop stream. Like Burton is a good friend of mine. Like we wouldn't want to do anything illegal or anything like that. There's a bunch of protections they've got in place, which is good for them. But like I think it's coming. I think it's coming like an open source data. Like you get, you put in 100K of data, you get back 100K of data. That's also fresh, because
Oh,
we're just
interesting.
we're just all dude, we're just all getting owned by like Atom Data and like CoreLogic and all these huge ass companies. So
Well, is there a way you could create the company in like Dubai or somewhere where there's no jurisdiction and you could like
oh, there's
smart
all kinds of
content?
ways. There's all kinds of ways, man. Oh yeah,
Yeah, right.
yeah.
I'm
The
wondering
whole the
what
whole
are
Dubai thing is actually very good for taxes and stuff. Oh yeah.
oh, of course, yeah. I'm trying to work around that loophole myself right now. I
You
love the
got
Jay-Z line. Uh I think his line is like, um, he who deserves the Medal of Freedom is my accountant. He been jumping through hoops working around shit. So I'm looking for that guy. But I'm wondering as well, because I was thinking this 2 weeks ago. Now that I have you here, I'm like, what value add can I add to iSpeed to lead where I can get a deal myself in terms of and I'm sorry for everyone watching. I'm just utilizing this as, taking advantage of the opportunity, right? Actually, I'm not sorry.
dude. Well, so our big thing is our kind of like probably weak points that we need to work on, right? Is we need to much better introduce people that are just jumping on the platform. We need to onboard them better. Like we need to introduce them because I mean, we look at this thing every day. Like this thing's been around for a year now. So we look at it every day. It's kind of like second nature. Um, and we don't always mention like all these hacks that you just jumped on and mentioned.
Oh
We
yeah.
should be talking about them. So like our onboarding experience, our onboarding video is kind of weak and all that stuff. So like there's definitely opportunities there that we need
Well, what
help
if
in that we're happy to like pay for or do like deals and stuff like that, like discount or whatever. That's one point. The other point is just like general public in our community needs to be more educated about how to approach leads better, because like with cold calling it's so easy to like flop a lead, you know what I mean, and like to kind of talk to them in like a crappy way, because like there's so many more, you're only paying a couple bucks for each one
yeah,
when it
yeah.
comes to data and the skip tracing. Here you fucking flop a lead, you just wasted $200 because like that
Oh
lead
yeah.
was like, dude, you're ridiculous, like what kind of opener is that, right?
Well,
So like that's another.
you gotta have that confidence going in. If you're gonna spend $200, then like go on Clubhouse and go get up at 7 in the morning and start role playing or something. I don't know, but like you know what I mean? Like you gotta have
Yeah,
that confidence.
yeah. I've even
It's all
asked
the tonality.
I've asked Cole Porter, because we're probably going to be doing some business with Cole Porter, and I was like, dude, if you guys want to put a button on there, like, hey, click this button and Call Porter will call that lead. You don't have to even call that lead. Just buy it, click this thing, pay I don't know $10 or whatever, and Call Porter will call that lead for you, because people hate calling. It's scary.
Of course. So how
Yeah.
about this as well? Are there any deals where because you have so much confidence in your system, obviously, and rightfully so. Do you ever work out things with people, and you can't do this with everyone because it's got to be a winner, you know what I mean, where it's like instead of paying for the lead, just give us 15-20% of I know you have that JV program, but that's only for people that are, I mean, sometimes you got to back the underdog, you know what I'm saying?
Dude, yes, absolutely. And the best way to do that is on the show. So like when Liam does a live show, and you jump on and you close stuff, you just tell them like, hey, I want this lead, I want this lead, I want this lead. And then you freaking
Okay.
and that's exactly how it works. So that's one avenue that I can think of right away, right? But I'll definitely keep your question in mind. This is why I get on lives, is to just like get the pulse, see what people are wondering about, see what people are thinking. But that's one short shot way, is be like, Liam, let's do a fucking show. You jump on with him. Boom, I want this lead, I want this lead. Y'all call him, close him, and you send us a little like the JV spread on the show deals is like ridiculously small. Like what we take, because we're so excited for you to come on and like do good and like close stuff on the phone,
Yeah.
that we don't even care about the profit. We care
So
about the
you could
value.
just reach out to Liam and say, and say, hey, can I hop on a show with you and we could do it?
Yeah, dude. If you don't suck at calling, and if you don't suck at
Oh,
wholesaling,
yeah.
absolutely, all day, all
Oh,
day,
yeah. Wow, that's
absolutely.
awesome. I mean, I think because for me, we have Investor Lift cartel mode now. Thank God for
Dude,
that.
sick.
Yeah, yeah. So, by the way, anyone watching, if you are looking to JV some deals, I'm not greedy, greedy guy. I just
That's
like to
awesome.
take my girl out for some BR and omelets sometimes, but I'm not greedy. You know, good Ukrainian caviar. But basically, uh, if you have that investor lift, iSpeedToLead combo, it's like, man, it's like what another trick that I'm learning is like the agent wholesale, because I'm a big my big thing is relationships. The agent wholesaler leads are cheaper. If
They are. Oh yeah.
yeah, I'm trying to learn like how can I find those wholesalers that I can be like, yo, I got cartel mode. Anything you have, let's just split it up and we'll all make money and eat well. And you know what I mean? Maybe I'll hire you or something like that.
Yeah, yeah, that's awesome, dude. Well, that's great, dude. I'm sure we'll talk again. I don't want to cut it short, but I do want to let some other folks jump on
No,
too.
I'm sorry. Yeah.
But dude, I so freaking appreciate you jumping on. I'm sure we'll talk. We'll be talking again. I want to see you on the show with Liam because you're super pumped up about what you're doing. So that's and I know Liam's watching this too. So like Liam, let's freaking reach out. That's amazing.
Yeah. How about this? How can I email you guys and get LinkedIn and we can you know,
Liam at iSpeedToLead.com.
Liam at iSpeedToLead.com. Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
yeah, and then on Instagram, I think Liam B Personal on Instagram. And he responds to his DMs on Instagram too. I'm pretty sure.
Okay, and how do I get that 250 credit so I can keep closing?
Hit me up. Hit me up in
You got it.
on Gene at iSpeedToLead.com.
All right, word. I'll email you right now. Thank you guys.
Super, super, dude. Great to see you, man. I'll see you soon, man. I'll talk to
Pleasure.
you soon.
Thank you.
All right, man. Thank you so much.
Yeah, my pleasure. Thank you.
All righty. Okay, so the link to join the live stream and to tell about your story about closing a deal with I Speak to Lead Leads, the link is up top, right? So just scroll up to the comments on YouTube, and there's a link to the StreamYard. You know, I'm gonna post it again. I'm gonna post the link for you again. Um, I don't mind doing that. I'll post that link again. There we go. We got Monty. What's going on? Let me see. Give me, dude. Daniel, go scroll up in the comments and Daniel, scroll up in the comments and the link is there. We've got Monty coming up right now. Let me bring him on. I hope I'm saying his name correctly. But the link to the StreamYard is all the way up in the comments on the YouTube. I'm gonna post it there again in the live chat again. So it's in case those comments like ran away or whatever. All right, let's bring on our next caller. Oh man, I miss doing the shows. Mr. Roberts, what's going on?
Hey, how's it going?
Doing good, man. EXP, I love it, man. I was just down at the EXP conference last week.
Were ya?
Yeah,
I didn't
man.
make this one.
Were you there?
No, I didn't make this one this year.
Ah, okay.
My wife had foot surgery. I had to stay home and take care of her.
Ah, I see. I see. Where are you at, man?
I'm in Sacramento.
Sacramento. Nice. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Wholesaling.
I just closed a deal off a lead I bought from you guys.
Dude, that's amazing.
The lead cost me $65. Y'all were running a special.
Nice.
Normally $250. I bought it for $65 and I just closed it. I went out and talked to the guy and he decided to list it with me. So I listed it and 32 days later we sold it. Got $500K for it.
Dude, that's amazing. Full commission, or did he negotiate you?
Full commission.
Bam, man! Congratulations. This is awesome. That's amazing. $65 lead. That's freaking sweet, man.
Yes, it was. It's very sweet.
That is badass. How did you pick which lead to buy? I really wonder how people like come to the decision because there's a few leads in California every day.
Well, I look at them. I basically all I'm looking at when I see them in California, because I'm in Sacramento, so I look first for the Sacramento area.
Mm-hmm.
And if I find something in my area, then I just kind of judge it by what the people are saying about if it's something they're behind on mortgage or they want to relocate or whatever. These people who want to relocate, they were ready to go to Tennessee, get the
Okay.
hell out of California. So I decided to accommodate them and help them out.
Were they part of the California exodus or?
Yeah, well, they're going to retire into Tennessee, so they bought a house. They bought a house in Tennessee. We had to sell this one so they could pay cash for one in Tennessee, and they're moving to Tennessee.
Nice, nice, man. How are you? How are you? How are you bringing the news to people? Well, actually, I don't know if California home values are going down or not right now.
Yeah, well, we're seeing right now. I was just looking at the stats today. Overall, Sacramento area, we're looking at about a 9.6% decline from previous years.
Yeah.
But this time of year, we always decline about 3.3% anyway, because it becomes a slow time of area. So overall, about 6.5% is what we're down.
Yeah, but these folks weren't speculating. They were just like moving on with their lives. So that's cool.
Yeah, they were just moving up with their lives, and that's usually what I try and look for is people that want to get out somehow. And I go to them and I give them the option. We'll do a cash buy. You want to buy it? But we are looking at about a 70 to 80% of the real value of the house. But if you want to put it on a list to get maximum amount on it, then I'll sell it to you. I'll list it for you. So I give them the option either way.
That's awesome. How long you been on the platform?
About 6 months now.
Okay. Nice. Man, I'm so proud.
I've got another one that I had sold about 4 months ago.
Okay.
That was the same type of thing. And then I've got about 10 of them that aren't working out right now, but I'm still after them.
Yeah. Let me ask you this. Are you participating in the whole EXP, downline, like inviting other agents and stuff like that?
Yes and no.
Okay.
One of my mentors that I work with in the business is Brent Gove. I don't know if you know him.
I don't think I do. I'm embarrassed, but I don't.
Well, Brent Gove is one of the leading real estate gurus in the industry with EXP.
Okay.
He started with Remax and Keller Williams years ago, and then he moved over to EXP, and then he started recruiting everybody from Remax and Keller Williams over. And I think he's got like 33,000 agents now that are under him in some way or another.
Yeah.
He's doing about $12.5 million a month.
Dude. just wow.
Yeah, that's his revenue share.
That is freaking insane. Wow.
And he actually lives in Puerto Rico now.
Okay.
He comes back to America, stays a few weeks, and then goes back to Puerto Rico because in Puerto Rico there's no income tax on residual income.
Wow. Man, that's killer. The reason I'm asking is because I went down to the conference, met some really good people.
Mm-hmm.
We're looking right now. We're doing very few listing leads. We're looking for like a good trajectory there. But I think EXP is going to be the basically the company that we're going to really try to serve in the agent space, just because you guys are so connected with each other, and you've got the whole downline thing, and everybody understands affiliation and like downline and all that stuff. So we're actually going to be basically offering a little bunch of EXP agents to invite a whole bunch of other people, and basically they'll also get like percentage of whatever they buy on the
I'd be interested in it.
Yeah,
I'd be interested. I'd be interested if it's a good deal. If it works out, I'd be interested in taking it to Brent, and Brent will take it to Glenn Stanford.
There you go. Like you could get him in your downline, and now you're gonna be getting a bunch of bucks. Good. Okay. Well, that's awesome. I'm gonna be messaging you after this.
Okay.
because I need to get you your credit for your free lead for jumping on and telling you about the closed deal story. So we can chat about that. That's amazing.
I love chat about it and find out more about it. Oh, in Keene, New Hampshire, there was a company there called Markham. They're closed down now.
Yeah, man. I have a bunch of friends that work there.
But during the mid '80s, they were the largest employer in Keene. Had a big factory out there, made printers and all for every kind of industry in the world.
That's crazy that you used to work in Keene, man.
Yeah, man, I love Keene. Except one year I went there when I first. True story. I went there. I was working for them, and I first started working for them in February. They took me up there for training. And I went to the factory. They gave me a car, and they said, "Here's a company car. Take it over to this hotel." Gave me directions. I went to the hotel, spent the night. Got up the next morning, walked outside, and took a breath, and my nose froze. Just I could sit there and crack.
Man, all that liquid I never knew until I went to New Hampshire. I didn't know that there's like liquid in your nose.
Yeah, but the thing is, I spent 2 hours defrosting this car, trying to get the key in the door and stuff like that. I still couldn't get the damn thing open. And finally, I turned around and looked, and there's like 6 cars that are identical to it, all in the same row. I was defrosting somebody else's car.
Oh man, dude! I live in Italy now, and I don't miss that. I don't miss that at all.
No, not at all. Italy, what part?
It's funny enough, it's actually the northern part. So it's this town called Varese.
I just got back from Rome and Turismo.
Nice. I still haven't been to Rome. I've been living here for a few months. Still haven't been to Rome. But I'm just all about the beach in the summer, man. The beach is like.
We went down to Turismo, I think it is, Termeso, something like that. It's down in Sicily.
Nice. Oh wow, nice. That's awesome.
It's gorgeous down there.
That's awesome. That's beautiful. Super. Well, Monty, great to meet you, man. That's
all right,
crazy.
man. Send me a message on that deal. We might work something out.
Absolutely. Yeah, I'll be messaging you with your free credit for jumping on. I appreciate you so much, man, for jumping on, for sharing your experience, man. Dude, we'll talk soon.
Take care.
Super. Take care, man. I'll see you, man.
Bye-bye.
All right. Who we got next? Let's see. Okay. Dude, there's a bunch of people lining up. Very, very cool. Let me see who was first in the commentos. Oh, wow. The comments actually kind of. Somebody closed 2 deals. J-Lat. Amazing. Somebody, Big Ben, closed the $1 clearance lead he bought 6 months ago for $10K profit. That's 10,000% ROI. That's pretty crazy. We don't do $1 leads anymore, but we do sometimes do like $25 leads. But that's amazing. That's very good ROI. Javier, you just gotta click the Help Center button and file for a refund, bro. That's simple. Very, very simple. Richard, thank you for commenting that. Maybe it's about time we get a group together going together so people can help each other answer and get accustomed to this stuff. Southwest Property Group, thank you for sharing your experience. All righty, so let's see. All right, we got. All right, so here we go. Hey guys, what's going on? Oh, I can't hear you.
Hi.
There we go. Hey, what's happening?
Hi.
Hi. Wait, hold on, baby. Oh.
Hi.
Hi.
The grandbaby saying hi too.
Hi.
Oh, there's a baby. Hey, what's happening?
Not feeling too good.
We all not feeling good. Sorry, man. I need to get my hair cut. How you doing?
Good. Is it a boy or a girl? I'm sorry, I didn't see you.
That's a boy.
It's a boy. How old?
He was about to be 2 in December.
Nice. That's
awesome. Grandbaby.
I've got a 1-year-old too, so I'm like.
Oh yeah.
I'm all about the babies right now. I'm on a
They're so much
baby
fun.
fever.
It's so
They
much
are
fun.
so much fun, telling you what they can do and what they can't do.
She's saying so much stuff. I'm just trying to spend like as much time as I can because I just like it's the best entertainment ever with the stuff that she's.
You're right. My husband said the same thing. We always have a story individually when we're not together because it is this little. They're very truly funny.
She learned to hit stuff. Like recently, she learned to hit stuff. She's hitting something. She has this like sound that she made up for it. I don't know where she learned it. If it's like DNA or what. I'm like, all right, this is not good because it's like mom, it's a toy. And I'm like, it's the dog. I'm like trying to just not pay attention. Maybe she'll just ignore it if we don't pay attention. We'll see.
Right, right. Eventually, huh? I wanted to tell my stories. I appreciate you guys. I really do. I'm a
Yes, he
sub 2
does.
student.
Nice. Okay.
And I think I would say his name right now. I have to go on my phone to get it, but he told us about you guys, and I was like, no way. So I went on, and when it just cuts me out because I'm bad on the phone. When I first got started, I had a couple of those bad conversations that I didn't know too much. YouTube University, get on the phone, don't really know what I'm talking about. Seller just crushed me, like, just saying, ask me questions I didn't know how to answer, and I just was terrible. They're like, you need to just go back to school. And so I've been scared of getting on the phone, right? So when I came across you guys, it's like, yo, they're eliminating. I'm like, babe, look at this. Like, so.
And I'm like, no, how much does
she's
it
like,
cost?
no. She's like, no. I'm like, it's the price of doing business. This is real estate.
I'm
Like, it's
like,
not free.
I'm like, I'll help
Free,
you with the free G.
with sub 2, they got a free lead generation, reaching out to, using social media, right? So
Right.
anyway, yeah, you guys rock. And I got a few questions too, but so I bought a couple of leads. They've been great. A couple of them, I didn't have enough buyers to reach people to get it out there. I got a bunch of leads just sitting there. I didn't even go back and do nothing with, man. I didn't even contact them. I had some leads where I bought that were bad numbers. I was going to ask about that. Like, do you guys give out refunds when you come across something like that?
Yeah.
Or,
So absolutely happy to answer it. Glad you asked it. So we've got a VA team that as soon as the lead comes in, they're trying to text them, they're trying to call them to verify that the number's good.
Mhm.
And some of them they don't make. Some of them they're just like there's not enough time between when they start reaching out or somebody buys the lead. And
Okay.
so absolutely, yeah. If there's some issue with the contact,
Well, what do I do? I text somebody, but
nope. So you go to the site and there's a little. As soon as you get on the site, whether it's on mobile, whether it's on the laptop, there's a little button there called Help Center. Just click the Help Center thing, file a case, mention what you've got going on, and then boom.
okay. So could I go back and get old leads with that? It was one I paid $100 for. It was one I paid $100 for. One I paid $82 for. A couple of 20s. That it was the bad number. It was like, doo, this number's no good. And I was like,
If it was a bad number, I think we will probably honor it. And it's because it's on the line.
No, they're bad numbers. They were just like, the number didn't work at all. Yeah, so I wouldn't even do it because you guys are great. So anyway, let me get to my stories. I bought one for Louisiana. I bought a bunch of them. I can't remember how much they were, but Louisiana. The guy pressed me, so I only made $1,500 out of that one, and then I made $5,000 out of one here. And I'm in Sacramento too, so I seen the gentleman saying he was in Sac. I live in El Dorado Hills, though, like 25 miles east of Sacramento, and let me see, and that was only $5,000, but I love it. If I had $100,000, man, I would spend the whole $100,000 on you guys' site.
That's what he says all the time.
I'm telling you, because I get a lot of positive feedback, like people coming back to me, getting to talk. I mean, I'm still talking with sellers now, a bunch of them, about trying to get them on creative financing. I just had a couple of sellers go out, Jen, so I got markets, and I just love it, especially Sacramento. And I'd be like, babe, she like free, and I'm like, no, and some of it because I've been going for 2 years. I was a truck driver. I just got out the truck so I can do this.
Yeah,
so I can do this because I couldn't do it on the road, and it would drive me crazy. Like on the weekends, you guys drop those specials, and I'm in the truck driving. I'm gonna call my wife. I'm flipping out. Babe, we gotta, man. I'm just flipping out.
And by the time he gets to it, it's too late.
You know, yeah, it's 20. You guys saw out, or I might see it 3 hours and it got an hour left. $25 per lead. I was there when the $5 ones, $10 ones, $1 ones, all the way up, man. And I think you guys are great. It's really, I know in the future I'm gonna do something with you guys. So thanks, man.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Thank you guys for sharing that. And please go ahead into the help center thing. Number one, you're getting some free credit. I got your name down, and I'm gonna reach out after this. You get some free credit on your balance. You're gonna get $250 on your balance for sharing your story today on the show. And, but yeah, go ahead in that help center thing and be like, hey, this number was like incorrect.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Yeah, we don't want to sell leads with incorrect numbers, and there's a small percentage that we're just not able to verify fast enough, and so. But that's why the refund policy exists. And
okay, cool. I didn't even know you guys had a refund policy. So great.
Yeah, it's an FAQ. So like, yeah, we should probably make it. And we already make it kind of clear, but we're probably not making it clear enough because it's second nature to us.
Oh yeah,
Mr. Liam, I see Mr. Liam, the famous guy right there. I watch a lot of your stuff, man. Thank you for all the content you guys do, man. I'll be watching you. I'll be watching. I got my wife over here. She's starting to pull in, and I'm like, hey, this is not hard. All you got to do is call it. They already want to sell the property. Just come make the call. We don't have to do anything. And then just build that rapport with them. And it's been fun. It's been a fun journey. Eliminating all of the struggle for all the other stuff, right? So, yeah. So definitely. Also, I wanted to say what I love what you guys had was when you can see how many people bought. That went in and then went out. I like that because I kind of know. Like, you know,
it kind of helps. The competition.
I know that that's an excellent point. Posted anywhere else because that's what they told me.
That feature is still available for all of our premium members. They can see that on every single lead. And what you know is any lead that says new or hot that has not been bought yet.
Is it only on premium?
Yeah, to get that for all, to get that for the clearance leads, I believe it is only premium. I think that was the last thing we had.
I gotta check. We did do it. Like we kind of did a little bit of back and forth on that.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a good one.
James, while I have you here, actually, let me share my screen and I will show you exactly how to figure out where you're going to be going to get your refunds. And then this is just for future notice, right? And so our refund policy, it covers anything that's on the market, under contract with the wholesaler, or if the information is like totally false.
Okay. Yeah, that was one I came across too. I sent the message and it was like, "Oh, my property's on market." It didn't matter because that's what I deal with too. I've sold on market properties, and so I'm like, well, okay, well, you know, you must have submitted something online because it came across my dashboard.
Is this here? Are you able to see my screen right now?
Yeah, I see it. Yeah, we can see.
So inside of here, right, this is the main leads tab where you're going to be going to look at new leads we have on the marketplace. My leads, this is where you have all the leads that you've taken down for yourself. Now inside of here, when you view a lead, you just hit I need help. And from here, you can hit the subject. And then we're going to have a drop down that allows you to know what's going on with it. And then you can add some files if there's any extra stuff that needs to be added. Otherwise, then you just send this out. And then our support team will be back to you very shortly.
For that lead that had, okay. All right.
Awesome. Thank you.
That's simple.
Super.
Well, guys, before you say thank you, guys, and go to the next person, I'm a free person. Anything free off of any list, any app, that's where I go to get leads. And so that's where I push it at. But he definitely made me a believer when he got 2 of the leads that actually made money for him off of iSpeedToLead. So I was like, okay, this works.
It kind of spoiled me because I haven't got one in a while. So I'm like, iSpeedToLead regularly. So I've been like, because my income been kind of funny, so I ain't been able to afford it. But I'm like,
and that's where I come in at,
right? So, but it spoiled me because I got guys that's like, oh, I'm having a deal, and I'm in a deal, and I'm not gonna lie, I haven't told anyone. I mean, I've only told a couple of people, but I'm not telling people with my reason. I know you guys want me to tell everybody, but I haven't. Like, hey, go to iSpeedToLead. I know I got it from our Zoom meeting, and the guys, they're not utilizing it. I'm surprised. I'm surprised. One of the guys came into the Liam, I'm with Sub 2 with Pace. So, and he came in and told us about it for the NorCal, and I think only a couple of us are buying you guys leads, utilizing your guys' system. I'm like, hey, they helping me big time.
Right,
so
they're missing out. That's okay. More for us.
Right.
More for us.
That's
So
our biggest problem is people don't want to tell their friends. So.
Right. But I mean, because what people think is the tire kickers. I had a couple of people say, "Oh, I don't buy that. They're tire kickers," and yeah, you're going to come across that, but it's also worth the gamble.
Yeah,
to
if
me.
you could get the
It's worth it.
It is a little bit of a gamble.
Thank you.
Sure. It's kind
So
of a
we
casino.
definitely appreciate it. Again, you made me a believer when he sold those properties. So I was like, okay, it is worth
Thank
the money that you spend on it.
Right, the money that you spend. I spent nothing, like $10 or something.
He spends everything on real estate.
But it was just the leads that I bought from you guys was very inexpensive. So I do appreciate what you guys got going, and thank you so much. And I know in the near future, you guys are going to bring me a lot of money. So thank you for that gold nugget from California.
God bless you. Thank you very much for blessing us.
God bless you guys. Thank you so much.
Thank you guys. You guys are fantastic.
We'll after with your free credit. So thank you so much for guys.
Sweet.
Thank you, Liam.
Have a great rest of your evening, guys.
All right.
Sorry everyone for holding up so much time. I know.
All right, Mr. Daniel. What's up, bro?
What's up? Can you guys hear me?
Yes, sir.
What's going on?
We can.
We can hear you, and I don't
What's
even
going on,
want you to
Liam?
make an attempt for us to see you because I don't want you to crash. I want you to be safe, so don't even worry.
Oh yeah, no, dude, we're good. We're good, man. We're headed to the gym because I gotta maintain my title as the most jacked guy in real estate. So,
man, I think the audience would rather appreciate that if they could see you, especially the female audience. But he's gonna remain.
You can check me out on Instagram or Facebook, but yeah. Gene gave me this idea.
Liam, can you blow him up on the screen, please?
Yep. Boom.
There we go.
Gene gave me this idea when I don't know if people know because I've been on the show. I've been on the show twice, right? But the first time I ever came on, I'm like brand new into the game. And Gene was telling me in the very beginning, Gene was like, you need to start sending shirtless pictures to your sellers and see if you get people to go down on reductions on price. You said that. And you know what's funny I had a seller that I was dealing with one time and they didn't. Now this is not going the way that you think it's going to go, but I had a seller tell me one time that like they were like kind of going back and forth with me on price. And so their biggest thing was they didn't trust me. They're like, you don't sound trustworthy, like all this stuff. So it was a female seller. I had her add me on Facebook. I added her on Facebook. I was like, you can get to know me. Anyways, I ended up closing the deal. I ended up making like $15,000 off that deal. That was an iSpeedToLead deal, by the way. So I've closed like I don't know how many deals from iSpeedToLead. So
You're not married, right?
No, not technically. Sometimes I feel like I am, but yeah.
So Liam, he closed the deal, and he closed the deal double time. Probably is what happened, man.
There it is. Yeah.
So I don't know. If
for reference, everybody, just for reference, this is his Instagram.
Liam, man, you guys are always pulling that up. No, I remember you guys did that to me the first time I ever was on the show. You guys pulled that up, and I remember we were like laughing about it because you guys know my business partner too, Natalie Delgado. So Georgine knows her. So
Liam, I don't know if we can start advertising that, but I think it will do well for brand marketing. Like iSpeedToLead will not only get you income, but that should also get you laid, man. I don't know if we can expect that.
But yeah, no, I've closed several deals with you guys. I mean, like, I tell as many people, everybody like knows where I get my leads from who ask me in the community. And by the way, if you guys like aren't in the communities, you guys need to join the one members club that Liam set up on Discord because there's a lot of great stuff in there. And also another one that branched off from that I got into because Liam brought me into the one members group was REI Revolution, I think is what it's called, and that's like run by a guy named John Johnson,
Another
who's
good one
like
right there.
also, yeah, he has an incredible forum. So I'm on there, I post all the time. You know, we buy homes too. So like, you know, if anybody's in the chat and you guys are like looking for buyers or whatever, if you guys wholesale in South Florida, or anywhere in Florida, Tampa area, Sarasota, St. Petersburg, like, you know, it is possible that, you know, I could be your buyer. So just, you know, I'm always open to looking for deals in South Florida if you guys get anything under contract. So, but yeah, I mean,
Dan,
I've
what's the big
closed.
deal you-
What's the biggest deal I've gotten from you guys?
Yeah.
Like the biggest spread?
Yeah.
I want to say like 38 or 42.
Nice. That's
Yeah.
badass. What town was that in?
That was a which one was that? That was a
He's got so many, man. This guy's
And he was
hustling.
thinking through it. He was like, which one is this?
I feel like that was a Columbus deal in Ohio.
Oh,
which
nice.
is
It was remote.
which I like that's one of my biggest markets right now. That's one of our biggest markets that we work in, but like, I mean, obviously we try to shoot for South Florida because I live in Miami and, you know, our office is in Miami and everything. So we try to shoot for properties down here. But typically now lately, if we see a lead from, you know, if we see a lead from South Florida on iSpeedToLead, like I'm buying it because I want us to buy the house, right? Like I don't even give those up anymore. So like, but yeah, I mean, Columbus, Ohio is a great, like, obviously I don't want to give this away like super much because I don't want a bunch of competition in my market, but like, you know, it's a great market right now. iSpeedToLead produces some great leads from there. I feel like you guys,
So
we
you,
just closed one. We closed one last month that was like 25K.
do you even go to Columbus? Like, do you even show up there? Or
Well,
you just, oh,
I used to live around the area. I used to live around
okay.
there. I'm an Ohio State fan, everything. I grew up going to Columbus, so like, but I don't really go there anymore. I mean, one of our major markets is in North Carolina too, and you know, I don't think I've ever really even been to like North Carolina that much, like maybe a couple times, but you don't have to obviously be in your market, you know what I mean? Like that's the greatest thing about pay-per-click advertising and all that is, you know, they're giving you the exact specifications and everything. And as long as you know your counties, you know, you do your research, that's the biggest thing is like iSpeedToLead. Like for those of you guys who are buying leads, make sure you guys check like the counties and stuff and you guys select the counties on the options on the profile because you want to make sure that you're selecting the markets and you're getting specific about where you're buying. You know what I mean? Don't just start buying leads because of the price or where it comes up or whatever. Like you want to be smart about, you know, what areas of each state that you're buying in and what zip codes. Because if you have the premium feature, like Liam was talking about earlier, you guys can also make sure that you see the zip code, you know, the bedroom, bath. Like it's worth it. It's worth the $50 a month just for the zip code. Like just for the zip code, it's worth the $50 a month.
Yeah.
Like, super easy.
A war zone with these zip codes. Oh,
No, yeah, like that's the biggest. That was a big game changer was getting the zip code, especially for like I buy a lot in Cleveland. So like Cleveland, it's like very specific per zip code, right? Because you want to make sure that if you get certain zip codes, like your property's not going to sell. So like,
dude,
it
Cleveland,
allows me to
Louis,
see,
Detroit,
yeah,
so much difference the zip code makes. Oh yeah.
yeah, and then like areas like Jacksonville, Florida, and those areas too. Like it makes a big difference, like what zip code you're buying in versus, you know, what. But I feel like it's funny. Like I feel like my journey started with you guys on the show, like coming on, and because I think I like locked up like 3 deals like the first night I ever came on with you guys or something like that.
Boom, boom. It was
Yeah.
Back to back. Yeah, I remember it.
So I feel like that's what kind of like started my confidence, and then it was like after that, and like now I'm like, I mean, I consider myself to be one of the top closers in the game. I mean, like I've never really competed against anybody, but like I would say there's not too many people out there, you know, who would like, you know.
So Dan, let me run this idea by you and see what your interest is in this. If we did a public tournament similar to how we did the closers cage matches, but it would be a bracket style where we would do a raffle to choose anywhere from 10 to 20 people that we can come, have them go head to head for a day or two, and then crown a public winner, and the winner gets to go against RJ Bates.
I'm game with that because I really want to challenge RJ. Like I've done some deals with RJ, and I secretly like. I mean, I admire the dude. I think he's incredible, right? Like he's he's a wizard when it comes to numbers and everything. But like I've been wanting to like find a way to get to challenging him at one point, right? Because like I want the belt. You know what I mean? That's the big thing is like I want the title for sure. So
RJ should be like a wild card, man, in that tournament.
Yeah, really. He just shows up for one random round.
yeah. One random person has to go against them. They're expecting to go against somebody else. that'd be terrible to like have like
RJ
come in like all
in
this confidence.
Like placeholder for Joe Johnson on round 1.
Yeah. No, I gotta get my rematch with Juan. Me and Juan were we ran into each other at a conference. Yeah. Because we never got to answer a phone call on the show. Nobody.
Oh man, I remember that. Yeah, that was like the longest dry streak we've ever had. I remember that.
Yeah, we went for like an hour. Like back and forth. Nobody ever answered. But yeah, no, I mean like if you guys are buying leads, I just will say that this is my last thing because I gotta go train. But like I will say like just for those of you guys who are out buying leads on iSpeedToLead, like it works. Like pay-per-click advertising works 100% because the sellers raising their hand. I will say that I would rather go to a seller because obviously like, we do cold calling, right? We buy data, we do cold calling, we do SMS, we do RVM, we do all the channels. Pay-per-click is a good way to make sure though that like you're never losing that lead. Like don't ever lose that lead just because the person at that time maybe doesn't fit the price criteria. It's just like every other lead. You got to remember though at the same time is like they raised their hand. They reached out to you first because they filled out the form. So they do want to sell. So let them, just make sure that your numbers are right. And if your numbers are right, most likely they're just going to keep spinning around on the carousel until they end up back with you. And then, as long as you keep your follow-up game. So your follow-up game is always number one. Like make sure you're never letting a lead fall through, especially an iSpeedToLead lead that you paid a lot of money for. Like don't ever let those leads fall through. Always make sure you're finding a way because we've had leads. This is crazy. So obviously like when I partnered with my partner now, Natalie, and she was working with Gene well before I ever even met Gene. So she was buying leads well before I ever really got into the system. So we had leads that were like a year and a half old when like iSpeedToLead was like first, feeding them leads and you guys were doing the pay-per-click advertising for our company.
Yeah.
And we've had leads come back that were a year and a half old in like our not interested files, in our lost code files, and we've made money off of them. We brought them back, we've closed them, and we made money off of them. So like, don't ever think that just because you buy it and you're like, oh, this lead didn't work or this person doesn't want to sell at this price, like doesn't mean that it's not going to ever come through. So your follow-up game has to be number one, even when you're dealing with PPC. And then my second thing is advice for people is make sure that you're getting specific about what you're buying, right? Like don't just sling your money, look at the details that they give you guys, because they give you guys every single detail you could ever ask for before you buy a lead. So make sure you like buy the premium feature, look at the zip code, check the zip code, see what's selling in the area. If you don't know it, you could easily do that. Look at the bedroom bath, equivalent, see what's selling in the area, see what's sold, right? And then, make sure you're getting specific about the counties, because you can literally pick the data that's sifting to your phone, sifting to your email, whatever, based off of the specific counties that, that they've set up. So that's the big thing. And that's that's how you use PPC to its full advantage, especially with your all system. And use the CRM, use the CRM that they have integrated. They have a CRM for you guys integrated inside the app. So
what we know is, I mean, the people who track their data, track their KPIs, and are able to tell the story of a lead from start to finish for months on end, those are the people who are going to be doing a significantly higher amount of deals with a significantly lower amount of leads than everybody else. When you're looking at all the top investors, every single one of them follows up for so long, and their tracking is on point. The hallmark
you
of a
have
good
to
investor.
track. Yeah, you have to track everything. Like I was talking with a wholesaler the other day who like he was basically asking me like, well, I found this list of buyers and it's like $5,000 or it's $2,000 or whatever. I'm not really sure if I should buy it. Do you think it's a good investment? And I was like, look, I go, do you track your data? Do you keep track of like what's failing, what's not making it to the closing table? You know, like, are you looking at everything associated? Like, if you're going to do this and you want to make money off of it, you have to keep track of what's happening in your business, right? So you have to see like every deal that I get under contract, is it closing or does it die, right? Does it never get to the closing table? If it never gets to the closing table, then you probably need to invest more into your buyers list. And then you also want to make sure that, you know, if you see that the other way around, it's like, oh, I give no offers out, or I notice that the more offers I give, the more contracts I get. So that means now I got to come back and I need to start just giving more offers, right? Even if the person doesn't really seem like they want my price, I just need to keep giving more offers.
Boom.
And so like that's just a very basic way to track what you're doing. And then you can literally just look at the data and look at like what I'm not doing, what I need to do more of, and you literally just can raise that bar and you'll notice that your KPIs will go up. So
Dude,
your numbers tell the story of your business 100%.
yeah.
So that's a really good lesson.
so awesome that you dropped some game, man. I appreciate that so much. I think everybody was gonna back too.
I'm so happy to be able to come back on here like after like, you know, a year of working with you guys, and to be able to come back, you know, from like where I started with you all and to come back now and to be able to drop information not only about just business and real estate, but like also just about the fact that, you know, teaching people how to utilize your all site better, right? Because I see comments and stuff here and there. It's like, oh, like, you know, I didn't get this lead, it didn't go through or whatever. You know, you just want to make sure that, you know, you're using the tools, right? Like Gene and Liam and all these guys, like they've worked really hard to create this ultimate tool for you all to utilize. But it's like, it's at the same time, it's still a tool, right? You can create like the best, you know, jackhammer in the world. You can build the best chainsaw in the world. And it's like, but if a person doesn't know how to use it, it's like, it can, you know, they'll get mad and they'll be like, oh, I want a refund for this chainsaw. It's like, well, did you know how to use the chainsaw before you bought the chainsaw? So, you know, they have a very powerful tool that they built. Use it to your full advantage. Learn how to incorporate it to your full advantage, and you'll notice that, you know, it'll pay off in the end, you know. So,
boom. That's really
good luck to you guys.
Thank you,
good luck
man.
to everybody out there listening. I'm gonna go.
So excellent to see you. We're gonna get you back on the show, and then we can do a comparison of the calls you did a year ago versus today.
I love that. That's a great idea. We should do that.
Line them up side by side.
We'll do a comparison. Maybe I'll post some new Instagram pictures. We'll do a comparison of how I've grown within the year too. So
there we go. Yeah, we can just do it across the board, huh?
All right. Thank you guys. I'll see you guys soon. I'll talk to you guys soon.
Catch you around, Dan. Peace out.
All right, bye.
Dude, Liam, Sheik is gonna have a bunch of stuff to chop up now. This is amazing.
Oh my gosh, dude, we're giving him too much. And we're gonna get Jay on in just a moment. I even told him he was gonna go in front of Dan. Thank you for being patient. We got one more guy to go on. That's fine. What I do really want to answer though is Gabriella's question. So the sources they come from. Let's go to the initial question here. Would love to hear about the sources and difference of what's better and what's not. The sources they come from: Google, Facebook, and SMS marketing, which seems to be new. We have 4 main sources that the leads are coming to us on iSpeedToLead. So the number one source is going to be Google Ads PPC. That's the majority of our leads coming in. Those are going to be people who have high intent. They've already searched on Google and said, hey, you know what? I want a cash offer on my home or something similar like that. Those are really amazing. Now for Facebook, we retarget people who came to our website through Google. And so that way we can get them reserved our advertisements if they didn't fill it out fully the first time. So that way we can retarget based off of that intent, and we're not showing it to a completely cold audience, which is where a lot of people get the misconception that Facebook leads are lower quality than Google. They are if you don't do it off of a retargeting campaign and as a cold audience. So we don't do it off a cold audience. So Facebook and Google, they both have that high intent. The third channel is going to be from one of our SEO sites. And so an SEO site is very similar to PPC in terms of how the user found us. The difference is in the function. So PPC, we paid to get that person onto our site. In SEO, which is search engine optimization, that is organically done. So we just have.
We
what was that?
Load for that too.
Yeah, but we paid a bunch up front, but then it's organically throughout. So the idea is that's an asset that will keep paying us over time, and we don't need to pay a huge amount to keep it ongoing like we do with PPC. It's a bit different. So it's a big upfront cost to get the site built out properly, and then it's just a minimal ongoing thing to get backlinks written and a whole bunch of other stuff to keep the page relevant. So that's going to be SEO. And then the fourth and final one is our newest, which is our SMS marketing. So with SMS marketing, what we're doing is the actual strategy of data marketing, where we're going to be doing mass SMS to lists across the US. So with that, we have partnered with a really fantastic data provider, which we will be. I think we're announcing who they are fairly soon. We don't have it public yet, or if we're going to. But anyways, they have some fantastic data that then we are using our internal systems and knowledge of processes to be able to get all the leads out of those. And then once we're confirming it with our team that these people are motivated to sell and we have all the criteria necessary, then they're coming onto the site for one of you guys to pick up the conversation where we leave it off. And in terms of quality, my genuine answer on that is it's so new. We haven't been able to track it all the way through and tell you exactly what it is. But we can estimate is that it's going to be just on par with all the other stuff. And of course, our refund policy applies to every single one of those sources from start to finish. So I hope that answers the question well.
Gabrielle has actually closed the deal already too. So we got to get her on after.
What a killer. Yeah, we can get Gabrielle in just a moment. Jay, I see you're in the background, boss. Are you still there hearing us so we can bring you up?
And Gabriella, the link is in comments to join the. You have to click the StreamYard link, and then come in through that.
He says I'm here. Excellent. Could you get the camera on, boss, and we'll just drag you in, pull you in. I don't know. Drag you in sounds a bit aggressive. Boom.
Hey, what's up, man?
What's going on, boss? How you doing today?
Good, man. Good, man. Hey, funny story. I got a lead. My first deal from you guys was with Dan and Natalie. We JV'd on the deal because I know Natalie.
That's crazy. Wow, we got that whole crew dominating the airspace today.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like that deal was man. Dan is the closer though. I would love to see him go against RJ because he's like he calls himself the wholesale Jesus.
He does. Wow. I haven't heard. Okay.
Yeah, it was cool, man. Like he definitely took care of it because that deal was about to go south. But due to the family and their situation, but Dan was like, I got it. And then next thing you know, I get a email from the attorney saying this is the closing date. So I was like, damn, what you did? He's like, don't worry about it. I'm the wholesale Jesus. You owe me a beer.
How much did you get paid out on it?
We split it 12,500 each.
Nice.
What's that? 12,000 and 5,000?
12,500 each. Yeah.
12,500 each. How much did you spend on the lead?
That lead was I think just like 210.
That's not bad. That's a good ROI. 50x.
Yeah. And
pretty
then
good.
I got another one closing Wednesday. That lead was like 280. Yeah, that lead was 280.
And what's your payout going to be on that?
10K.
Yo, look at that. How many leads have you bought?
Open app.
So I'm at like a 50%. I bought 4 leads, closed 2.
Whoa,
this dude, that's insane. That's
yeah, but I actually I'm about to close 3 because I got one in Baltimore. I'm about to I have a runner going to see that sometime this week. I think he's going Thursday. That's looking like another 10K deal.
Dude, I mean, just so you know, a 50% lead to contract rate is 1 billion% unheard of in really any industry. I mean, real estate especially. If you're looking at cold calling, if you're good, 1 in 30 lead to contract rate. If you're doing a PPC campaign by yourself, we're expecting somebody to do between 1 in 10 and 1 in 15, depending on how good you and your team are and how many exit strategies. If you're doing 1 in 2, 50%, you're about to get a third, 75%. That's nuts.
Yeah, that's how I think about it. But I kind of want to get it rolling, so I'm going to go ahead and reach out to Dimitri for the premium to just keep my card on there and try to buy have a lot more for a budget, because it's about to be the holidays. So in my market, these sellers get a little bit aggressive.
So, and man, we got some deals now. Get like $1,500 free balance if you load up. That's like for every $4,000 you get free balance. So it's like free balance, which is like dope. It's like free money. So this right now, man, that's freaking super.
Yeah. So I mean, but now you look at it, I only bought 4, closed 2, working on the 3rd. That'll be good. The 4th one, I got outbid by Open Door. So I'm like, really late.
They still buying? Are they still doing business?
Open Door is still buying. Zillow's not. Open Door and Zillow just partnered up, actually.
Yeah, they did.
Say again?
Open Door and Zillow just partnered up.
What'd you say?
Oh,
okay.
I think his internet might be going out.
Yeah, I don't know, like but I want to like revisit my, like Dan was just saying, you don't want to just buy any lead, so I'm gonna go ahead and revisit my settings, my profile settings, to make sure I'm in the right market, my market, as well as just really looking at the details you guys provide for the leads.
Nice. And you're getting free a free lead for jumping onto this thing and telling about your story. We're gonna reach out to you afterwards, credit that balance to you, man. Dude, that's amazing that you jumped on and shared that, man. That's all.
Yeah, who do I email? Do I send an email to you?
I will reach out to you, man. We'll take care of it, man. We appreciate you.
You know what? Inside the private chat, because we just got Jay. If you can put your information inside of the private chat, so we have it. We can't go past Jay.
There's of people that jump on, so you just hit them.
Okay. All right. Yeah, man. Well, thank you so much, guys. I appreciate it.
Thank you, man.
Thank you, boss, man. It was nice to have you on here.
Yeah, same here. I'll talk soon.
All right, man. Boss. See ya. All right, we got Gabriella.
Boom.
Sean, what's going on? AJ is asking how to assign properties to Open Door Zillow. Hey, if anybody in the comments wants to drop some game.
So I think the answer to that is Zillow does not buy houses anymore. They stopped their buying program quite a while ago. Open Door, as of right now, I'm 90% certain they are not buying from wholesalers. They are only direct to seller at this point, because they have a good strategy to work that all the way through. They have a good marketing machine set up from the front end, and so they don't want people to insert themselves in the middle and work it like that. I believe that is what their rule of thumb is right now. But there are still hedge funds. Actually, hedge funds are beginning to re-enter the game now. There was a period where they all kind of stepped out to just figure out what the market was going to do. Just recently, I think last week, there were some notices that a couple, 3, 4, 5 of the big hedge funds are now buying in select markets again. So that's what I take a look at.
All right, let's bring Gabriel on.
Let's get it.
What's up, guys?
What's going on, man? How are you doing?
I'm not really sure why my girlfriend's name popped up in the chat. So, but Jimmy, relatively new to iSpeed, closed the deal already. Took advantage of that package. Just trying to, figure out the platform a little bit more. Zone in on which leads to buy, using the premium. The zip codes, the Bed Bath, the type of the property.
That's what you did, man. That's amazing.
So yeah, just trying to learn some more. So like I said, can utilize it to the best of our ability.
What was the deal you closed, man?
It was in Wisconsin. We just reached out to the seller. They had to move. It was a small deal, but it was able to fund the package that we bought with you guys afterwards. So, every day we're just kind of keeping an eye out what new comes in and what we might buy. So we got some more ones we're working on now, and then just trying to cultivate those.
That's awesome. Well, that's amazing. How was that? How did you? So when you reached out to the lead man, anything that you think worked particularly well? Because I think that's where some people struggle, because these leads are so different than like cold calling and stuff like that.
I mean, no, because most of these people are very receptive to talking to you, because they these are the hottest of the hot leads. One thing I can say is your guys' refund policy has been great. So far there's been a couple where there's been some issues, and we've had I've heard you mention, or Liam mentioned, the refund policy a few times. So I can vouch for that. The refund policy has been a lot easier than I actually even thought it would be, which is great. Sometimes one guy's house was under contract, one guy's was listed already, so the refund process was quick, easy. So just want to vouch for that as well. But in regards to what I said to the seller in initial call, they're receptive to talking to you. So if you know how to close, and know how to talk to sellers, that's it's pretty. It's you're talking to the best of the best leads, usually, for the most part, most of the time.
Dude, that's awesome. And I just took a picture. You're gonna get a free lead for jumping on and telling them about that.
Thank you.
How did you find out about the platform?
I've known about you guys for a while. I've actually reached out to Gene probably like a year and a half ago, and just never pulled the trigger. And then just decided to try it out. And I like how you're with iSpeed, you're able to kind of expand to different markets, because you can kind of pick, oh, this looks like a good lead, let's try it out. We got a hot lead that we're working in LA right now. We haven't gotten it signed yet, the contract's out, but that's a market that we weren't in. But we're like, all right, this lead looks like it could be good. So stuff like that gives you the opportunity to do things that you haven't been doing.
Nice. That's awesome. That's amazing, dude. Sometimes I wish we could do something like an audio recording of the seller and then post that to the site, so we can put that in the lead. Like before somebody buys the lead, we have this like story from the seller in the audio. That would be kind of cool, huh? Shit.
I guess I do have a question, though, because I asked a question about the different sources, right? And then I talked to some of the team members. Some of them suggest that the Google is where you guys are best. I know Liam said, oh, they're all great, which I'm not doubting that, but it's like the Google the best source to buy from, or?
Man, so I'll expand a little bit on what Liam mentioned before. Our Facebook ads, and we should do a better job of telling that. Our Facebook is like different from other people's Facebook ads, because the retargeting, number one, the lookalike audience, because we spent more than $1 million on Facebook ads this year at this point, and the amount of data and optimization that it does is like crazy. So while Facebook leads are actually a tad bit cheaper on the platform, it's not very noticeable, but they're cheaper exactly by the percentage because we track, like we have those contract signed statuses, and a whole bunch of people do fill them out. So we actually run stats on, like, here's how Google Discovery is doing, here's how Google Search, how's PPC, how's Facebook. Facebook is probably like 5 to 10%. If you take 100, if Google is 100%, Facebook is like 90% of that as far as closing ratio. And the leads are cheaper by 10% than Google. So it's actually, we didn't even expect it. We thought that Facebook would do worse. And we initially had Facebook a lot cheaper. Like initially Facebook was like twice cheaper on the platform. But when we saw the numbers as far as like how many contracts actually get assigned and get closed, it's not that different. It's only different by like 5-10% than Google, because it's a little bit different flavor of Facebook. But Google PPC and search is better than Facebook, but not by a huge stretch. And I think right now, actually, because of the way we do the SMS marketing, the SMS marketing leads are actually pretty hot, because we're only posting the SMS marketing leads if their asking price is like way lower than Zestimate. That's one secret I'll drop on the show, is like the fucking SMS marketing leads are probably like the best ones right now, quite frankly. There's not a lot of them because that's why there's not a lot of them. It's like we're filtering the shitload of them. We're just optimized our costs. We were able to negotiate with the skip tracing provider. We got a yearly subscription for 20 grand for a fuckload of text, but it's like super, super cheap. I'm sorry, skip trace is damn stupid cheap. We're working on reducing our costs with the SMS. And just like optimize so the leads can be better quality. But like the SMS marketing leads are good ROI because we're already beating them out on the price in the conversation before we post the lead. It's not just like, hey, yeah, I want to sell. We're like, no, let's like, all right, how much do you want? And if they give us a ridiculous price, we're actually having some fun there too. We're like, because there's so fucking many of these conversations. We're having some fun. We're like, have you seen the news? Like, have you seen send them a screenshot of their freaking Zestimate and how it's like going down. And we not, those conversations don't often lead to them being like, oh, okay, I'll take less for my house, but we're having some fun there. But SMS is a good source. Maybe like Liam said, there's not enough data yet to be confidently say that it's like better ROI. But right now it's a little bit higher closing ratio than all the other sources because of the amount of filtering that goes on there.
Gotcha. On that topic, because there's one issue I've had with like a Google lead where like the seller could have been full of shit, but they said they only filled out something once and they got hit up by like 15 different people. So when can that potentially be the case?
That can be the case if the lead was bought multiple times, or that can be the case if they went to other shit and filled out other shit.
But that's it though, because this was every time we buy something, we buy it exclusively because we just think it's worth.
There's zero other people that we there's literally 0% rate that ever could be if you bought it exclusively because it's an upcharge. It does not get sold to anyone else. There's like literally zero.
So then they must have just been full of it, and they must have just filled out a bunch of stuff online and just been lying.
Most likely.
Most likely, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, exclusive is like
that's what I figured. I just want to confirm.
Yeah, even so with the non-exclusive leads, we do. If let's say that seller reaches out again, a couple of weeks after that, non-exclusive, we will let them reach out again. But exclusive, we don't even allow that. Like that lead is with you for like I think the rule 6 months or a year, some shit like that. Yeah.
Okay.
The only instances where a lead is bought multiple times is if it's in clearance. That's one of two reasons. One, it just didn't get bought during the time frame. It was in hot or new status. And then the second reason would just be that it got purchased already non-exclusively and it's been relisted inside of the clearance area.
Or dude, there's some leads that get bought multiple times. It's like a hot ass lead. I've seen some ones or like some my ones, and they're like vacant. And it's like, and then we drop some coupon, and everybody just goes and buys that freaking lead. That's why buying them exclusively. We've actually reduced the exclusive upcharge a little bit. Buying them exclusively is definitely the way to go. Dude, I'm super glad that you closed one, and we're gonna credit you for your next lead to be completely free, whichever one it is, and it's gonna be free exclusively as well.
Appreciate it.
And so, dude, anything we can ever do, jump in the help center, send us a message, send me a message, send Liam a message. Anything we can do to make the platform better, we're always ears.
If we ever have to contact Liam directly, is there an email or just kind of go through the help center and?
If it's a problem with like something, if it's a problem with any kind of lead or anything like that, always help center, because that's going to be the fastest route. Because Liam is just going to go to the help center guys and be like, hey, here's the thing. If you've got some idea, if you want to talk about some kind of like relationship, some kind of partnership or whatever, absolutely just reach out to Liam at iSpeedToLead.com.
Okay.
Yeah, Liam at iSpeedToLead.com. My Instagram, my Facebook, I'm on those all the time, getting people's questions fielded.
All right, cool. Appreciate it, guys. Hope to do a lot more with you.
Dude, thank you, Jimmy. Appreciate having you on, boss.
Talk to you guys later.
Catch you around.
See you.
Man, well, look at that, dude. Look at that.
This is a great freaking. It's been overdue. I think we actually missed some people that wanted to jump on early on. So
I know.
Tomorrow, because there's like people that wanted to jump on and just then had to do other stuff. There was definitely other people commenting. It's a good show.
This was pretty fun, man. This was pretty fun.
I was like, I was worried. I was like, dude, this is evening. Are people gonna like have dinner? And yeah, a bunch of people are driving. A bunch of people are like.
You announced it 20 minutes before. I'm like, Jesus.
Yeah, that's what, man. And in my MacBook, I upgraded the Mac OS, and it's asking me for some firmware password. Apple support was completely useless, which I was like, wow. I was actually hoping to go through Apple support and be like wowed, and then take something back to the team and be like, here's how Apple does it. Like, fucking look at them. No, they're fucking useless. No, nothing learned there. So great. But yeah, my Mac's dead, and I was like, dude, my Mac died. I wanted to do the show. You think a fucking dead Mac's gonna stop me from doing the show? Fuck no. I'm going live on my phone. And I guess it's possible to do a StreamYard on your phone. It's great.
Oh, dude, no, I was wondering because you mentioned to me earlier that you're whatever was. How many phones do you have? I
got the one that I'm on, and I got these two, man. I don't need a laptop. I can just stack these on top of each other and do one of those. I have an iPad. I can do 4 of them. And then
oh yeah, look at that. There we go, man. You've got the whole setup. Multi-monitor display right there, huh?
Nice. How you doing, man? You didn't catch the thing, huh?
What didn't I catch? What do you mean? Oh, COVID. Yeah, no, my entire girlfriend's family got COVID. I probably should. Yeah, we're gonna get like banned off YouTube right now for saying that.
Oh, don't say it. No more. Don't say that word, and don't say Andrew Tate, and we'd be all right.
You're right. My bad. Okay. So yeah, just been. I had to play errand boy for the day. Was out there getting a whole bunch of supplies for them and whatnot, getting them prepped for the next couple of days. But I'm totally fine. But I'm just now I'm just hanging out at my apartment, my studio.
I was gonna break your balls. I was like, are you like bringing tea and medicine to people? And you probably were. So I was like,
yeah, no, I was. Dude, I spent 2 hours at the pharmacy because they couldn't figure out what the fuck was going on, and they kept saying like, wait, like 5 minutes, like we're gonna get in contact with this person, we're gonna get contact with that person. It just took forever. It was ridiculous. Angel, dude. Oh, by the way, Angel, this is Gene. This is Dean Rogers' top guy.
Angel,
he had him on the show before. Yes.
Was on here before.
One and only. So, by the way, Dean just reached out to me today and said, yo, Angel has stepped it up, which, by the way, last time, the step that he was on was already pretty high. He was not skimping. So, if he stepped it up since, I'm really excited to see that he's the level he's at. So, we're getting scheduled with Dean Rogers right now to get another closer show set up, locked and loaded, and, well, deals locked up live.
Dude, I remember Dean Rogers on the show. He was like this. He was like this. All right. All of you, everybody down there, you can chill. The guy's like 7 feet tall, man. Standing during calling too. That was some.
He sounded pretty good. I remember they had that nice handoff from Angel to Dean. That was that was a good one. I think, man, we don't have any of that cut up, do we? I don't know if we do any of those calls.
Man, we're gonna do like a mega mix reel.
Yeah, we got to get a bunch of those cut up. Those are excellent.
Oh, yeah.
Does anybody in the comments have any more questions for us about life, love, real estate, leads, whatever?
Yeah, because I'm ready to sign out. This was a success. This was a major success because we had some good people show on, share some good tips. Were you there from the beginning? There was like some good tips about how to pick leads.
I wasn't there for the beginning. No, I think I joined in about 30 minutes late. I was out finally getting my food for the evening. Oh, James has a question in that he put in the private chat, and we'll to answer that. How do you JV? A JV, we don't. So with us, we don't do any JVs with the majority of people. We have a JV partnership, but that is reserved for only the top wholesalers in the entire U.S. at this point. We will be expanding, to be determined.
Yeah, look out for the letters. Right now, that whole pipeline got filled up really quick. There's no more applications.
Yep.
Right now,
So
but
Then in terms of how you JV in general, well, you either got to have a deal or you've got to have a buyer. One of the two, right? You've got to solve some problem for somebody else. And if you can solve a problem for somebody else or somebody else can solve your problem, so they have a buyer for you, you have a buyer for them, then you have a contract called joint venture agreement. You guys get that signed, and then you guys just go through the deal together. There's a bunch of YouTube videos on it and how to do that. And that's the answer to that. And Dan says, make sure you guys hit me up on my socials if you ever need assistance with wholesaling, or send me your Florida deals. If they work, I'll buy them or I'll give you feedback. Daniel's a beast. He's very, very, one of the most trusted guys in the space.
The second person that was jumping on, Monty, he was a EXP agent that closed.
Okay.
Yeah, right.
Look at that.
His mentor, right? So that whole thing that I was telling you about that we're gonna do with we're not gonna disclose it right now, but the whole thing we're gonna do with the way the affiliates are done.
Mm-hmm.
Man, his mentor is doing 1.2 M per month rev share because he's brought so many people over from Remax to EXP. 1.2 M passive, man. Dude,
that's some money right there, dude. That's some money right there. And so maybe that'll be a bit of a teaser of what's to come for all of you iSpeed members. Dan's IG is Dan Fazio. Just do DANFAZIO. Put a space in between there. He'll pop up. And what else have I got for you? Yeah, that's going to be a teaser about some stuff. There are some cool changes coming to the platform that you guys are. We're going to make it more exclusive for the people who are with us in year one, and we're going to incentivize them to make sure that you guys get insanely wealthy.
You're giving it away.
I mean, you said the message out. People were texting me like, "Wait, when is this happening?" And I was, I don't know. I didn't even know Gene sent out a whole broadcast for it, man.
I did put it out there once.
Yeah, it's already out there.
Yeah, you're right.
Oh well.
That's for now.
Teaser. Okay.
It's being coded. I don't like to announce stuff until it's coded, until the coding is.
Yeah, because otherwise it's like people are waiting for it, and it's like 6 months later. It's like there are more bugs than expected.
Yeah.
People have lost interest. There's no hype anymore. But with that, Gene, do you have anything else to add to the evening, or do you think we're good to sign off here?
No, I think I'm gonna end this day on this very positive note and go drive home. And I appreciate you jumping on. That was awesome. And everybody that was here and playing this back. And if you forgot what this thing is, iSpeedToLead.com. We are the only leads supermarket. Okay, it's basically like a grocery store for leads. All right, you can go in, buy leads of all flavors that are already generated and ready to eat. All right, ready to consume, ready to dial. These people already want to sell their house. You don't have to convince them. They're asking for your help. About 200 leads every day from all kinds of cities and states, mostly cities with good population and good deals. And the only fucking thing like this in the whole real estate world. So until we get some competitors, we're probably going to copy, but by that time we're just going to run away so far that all they can do is try to have a cheap knockoff.
I love it. What a perfect way to end it. And with that, guys, welcome to the final ad roll. Have a good one. Peace out.
Are you looking to implement pay-per-click advertising into your real estate business? iSpeedToLead.com is an a la carte PPC marketplace, allowing investors to get into the world of PPC on a budget. Browse and purchase PPC leads a la carte